What is it about clowns that's so scary? Recently had a bout of writer's block, and one of the ways that I try to break through that is doing some watercolor paintings. And I'm not, it's not something I do well by any means, but it's something that I enjoy, and sometimes I come up with interesting stuff that I like to share on the web. And one of the ones I did this week depicted a clown. It's called Childhood, and I'll put it up. It's based on a story of the same name, which will be in a Static Movement anthology called Here Be Clowns. I was wondering, what is it about clowns that seems to be so universally unnerving? I think it's the fact it's this grease-painted sort of false face. It's almost worse than a latex mask in that you can see the real face beneath. You can see the slit of the performer's real mouth through this garish smile. You can see the expression beneath the expression, and yet you can't see it well enough to get a read on the performer, and that's unnerving, even in their only appropriate context, a circus type performance. And as Lon Chaney said, you open your door in the middle of the night and find one of them standing on your stoop, forget about it. Clowns, they barely make sense in a circus ring. Anywhere else, they can easily become monsters. So, Here Be Clowns coming out soon, and there probably is still room in it. Check Static Movement's website or duotrope.com for the listing. I'm glad someone's doing a clown anthology. I've brought the idea up in the past in different places, and there are always those who say that Stephen King did it about as good as it's ever going to be done. So, what's the point?
What I should have said is that they say that everyone's always going to think of King and compare clown works to his novel It, as if they're all derivative of it.
I don't really understand. While King's It is my favorite novel, and Pennywise my favorite villain of all time, it's like saying, well, Romero's original Dead trilogy, that's the first and last word on zombies, so why not just close down the genre then? Or maybe after, Dracula or Anne Rice, maybe there just shouldn't be any more vampire stories. I don't really understand that viewpoint. I don't think that clowns are really that narrow, sort of a niche concept. I think most people have an aversion to clowns on some level and would certainly enjoy some scary clown stories. Even in the case of Jaws, there have been one or two other decent killer shark movies. It's never gonna top Jaws, but that's another one of those universal fears begging to be explored. The idea of being in open water with just a blank horizon on every side, and beneath you can't see what's below your feet, but you know that there's a whole other world down there with giant monsters, and one could just come up and grab your legs and down you go. Dear God, you will never, ever, 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 ever see me going past the breakers And yet we still go camping, but at least you can see the goddamn bear coming. Listen, I'm gonna go back to bed. Hopefully have a good nightmare. Hope the same for you. Good night.